Hey, it's Sarah. If tonight hurts in that specific way, the way that makes you reach for your phone and then put it back down and then pick it up again, or if your mind keeps replaying memories that feel warmer than your current reality, if you're missing someone even though you know logically that being with them didn't actually feel stable, I want you to hear this gently. You're not missing them. You're missing how safe you felt in the rare moments when they showed up fully. And that confusion can make you feel like you're losing your mind, but you're not. You're grieving an experience, not a person. So tonight, just sit with me for a few minutes and imagine this as a small lantern beside you, steady light, no flickering, no unpredictability, just consistent calm. Because inconsistent people create very powerful memories, not because they loved you deeply, but because your nervous system learned to cling to the moments when the chaos stopped. And those moments felt like relief, like oxygen, like safety finally arriving. So your brain stored them as proof. See, it can be good, it can work. But glimmers are not patterns. Potential is not reality. And someone showing up once in a while is not the same thing as being safe to depend on. And when those moments disappear, it doesn't just feel like losing them. It feels like losing the only time you could exhale. So of course you miss that. Anybody would. And your mind fills in the gaps with what you hoped it could become, not because you're naive and not because you're weak, but because hope is what kept you there. Hope that the version of them you saw in flashes was the real one. And hope that if you just held on long enough and loved hard enough and understood deeply enough, that version would stay. But the truth is that we have this eclipse going on Tuesday, and that energy from that full moon, it's illuminating right now. That consistency reveals reality, and inconsistency sustains fantasy. So you weren't holding on to them. You were holding on to the possibility that the safe version of them would finally become permanent. And missing those moments, it doesn't mean you should go back. It doesn't mean you made the wrong choice. It doesn't mean you're not healing. It means your body remembers what relief felt like after walking on emotional eggshells. And your body remembers the nights you could finally sleep because things felt calm. And your body remembers the feeling of being chosen after feeling unsure for so long. And you are not weak for missing that. You're human for needing safety. The pain isn't proof that you need them. It's proof that you need stability. And safety that depends on someone else's mood or availability or ability to regulate themselves was never something you could hold on to because it was never actually yours. Real safety doesn't disappear overnight. And it doesn't make you anxious when your phone lights up. And it doesn't leave you scanning for signs that something is about to shift again. Real safety is steady, predictable, quiet, consistent. And tonight can be the beginning of building that inside yourself. And I don't mean in some big dramatic way. It's small ways. It's breathing slower. It's speaking to yourself gently. It's letting the silence exist without filling it with memories. Because your nervous system can learn a new definition of safe. One that doesn't depend on someone unpredictable. One where you define your own safety. So these eclipses that we have, they bring things into the light that we could ignore before. And it's not to punish you, it's to free you. And tonight isn't asking you to stop caring. It's asking you to stop confusing intensity with safety. And to stop mistaking longing for love. And to stop calling inconsistency chemistry. You don't have to erase the memories. You just don't have to keep living inside of them. So if you feel the urge to reach out tonight, just pause. Pause and put your hand on your chest and feel that steady rhythm of your heart. That is safety right there. Not dependent on anyone else. It is unconditional. It is permanent. And you are giving yourself what you kept hoping they would provide. And that doesn't make the loss smaller, but it makes you stronger than you realize. And I'm really glad that you're here with me tonight. You didn't have to face this feeling alone, even if it felt like you were. And I want you to imagine that I'm leaving this lantern beside you when this ends, not as something you rely on, but just as a gentle reminder. It's a reminder of your light, your gifts, and your capacity for real, steady love. It's a reminder that the world needs what you carry, not the version of you that had to shrink to survive someone else's inconsistency. And most of all, it's a reminder that you are never alone. Not tonight, not in this moment, and not in the process of becoming someone who no longer has to chase safety. You deserve peace that stays. And I'll be right here whenever you need a little light. I so deeply appreciate you joining me tonight. Try to get some rest.